just had to fiddle with a couple of things. Stream should be looking good. Got another follower off stream. That's always nice to see. I always appreciate when I get to come back and see people following after I like visit someone else's stream for a bit, or like I'm just offline for a while. It's nice. It's a really nice little surprise. Okay, let me go ahead. Increase the volume considerably because I've already got like the majority of my game down to a volume that I like. There we go, there we go. Okay. So we've got a couple of things we gotta do. Clickety clackety, time to get whackety. Exactly. It's time to continue storylines, and I'm actually really feeling Gunbreaker, so we're gonna go ahead and stick with Gunbreaker for now. Let us go and have fun doing storyline stuff. Okay, we have to go right over here. Everyone has been, not like, I don't want to use the term hype. Like, I wouldn't say people are hyping up this update, but everyone seems really, really happy with it, and I that's got me more excited than, like, a super hyped up situation, you know? Ah, Mara, one of my clerks was just here with a message for you. The student of Baldician requests your presence in Charlian at your earliest convenience. Oh, that's a cool looking sword. How do I get that sword? That's the second time I've seen this dope-ass looking sword for Samurai. Farewell for now, my friend. I look forward to the day we set forth on another adventure together. I forgot who was actually standing. I gave the small boy puppet for the voice of our dragon friend the most deep voice. That's so fucking dumb of me, but also very funny. Maybe because it's content when everybody is bored out of their mind of no content. It is truly great. We won't hear drama for 2 weeks. I know, right? And again, I get it. But, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if we want to start this conversation, but I just think the whole... The dependency that people have with this game and how much they need content at all times. I don't know, man. I like that eventually there's just isn't anything to do in 14 for a while, and it allows me to go play other games. But, I don't know. Maybe I have a healthy relationship with this game. God, I remember when this place was fucking packed. Oh, it just goes to show how crazy the fucking expansions get, man. You know what's funny is I actually thought about what would I do if, like, I've thought about, like, could I manage to make myself not swear? And I unfortunately don't think I can do that. I am a potty-mouthed sailor, unfortunately. It just can't happen. A warm, hearty welcome to you, Mara. I gather you received our message. Please wait here while I fetch Kryl and Graha. Okay, I will talk nicely, but, like, I'm going to use profanities. I love when Kryl's hood is down. She's so cute. I love what they do with her hair. Thank you for coming on such short notice. And forgive us for sending for you so often after your trials in the void. To say nothing for your grueling battle against the 12. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require your presence, but Aaronville. He stopped by recently, you see, and asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. I love my Gunbreaker glam so much! I imagine you're surprised as we are, given that he was supposed to be away on a long expedition. Something must have necessitated a change in his plans. I don't know if anyone else had this, But, like, sometimes my friends and I can get a little spicy. Give me 1 second, actually. I need to check something on the game. Oop. Is this looking right? Yeah, that looks fine, right? Yeah. One of the spicier jokes my friend group and I kept making that, I've already forgotten his name because everyone's names are so weird. But the bunny boy that we all genuinely grew to like as a character, we used to joke that, oh, cool, we get one, like, genuinely black-skinned character who's super cool, and they write him out of the story. I feel like the community, like, tongue-in-cheekily made those jokes, hopefully not too racist, but, like, it's really fun that, like, it's really fun that the fucking, the writers brought him back, because I think they realized as the expansion went on, it's like, oh, we got a banger character here, like, we should keep them around. But it was too easy to be like, sure, write the black character out of the show. Going back to no content, it's times like these where you could revisit your past games. For me, it's not even past games. It's just trying to play more games like Tales of Arise and Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, which you can see if you go to my YouTube channel, link down below. I'm glad you're enjoying Monster Hunter Tri. Also, later on, given a heads up, there is going to be a sponsorship for, I have to think really quick. HelloFresh. I have been eating their food lately, and I am sponsored by them, so I will take some time later to give a shout out. I will wait until later, and I'll cut that out of the VOD when it goes to YouTube, but just letting you know it's going to be there. All he could tell me is that there is someone whom he wishes Mara to meet. He also mentioned that he would be tending to business to the studium. Shall we look for him there? Honestly, as much as, like, the fan base likes to pretend that, dude, the low poly street grapes are so great. Like, they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to go and take care of, like, you just add that into the game for the hell of it. Like, everyone has been, like, clowning on the graphics of this game for some time. So the fact that they're like, alright, we're gonna immortalize these goddamn grapes one way or another. Two times even. Yeah, they really did. Now, the devs care about this game and their community. The community just sometimes can be just a bunch of babies. What the fuck? Oh, that's a sick-looking sword. Oh, how does that look unsheathed? Ooh. Now, where is Erenville? Let me know if you need me to turn the volume up, guys. That's the relic? Oh, I might have to invest in the relics. I always forget how fucking big those doors are.
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important.
I have seen the new relic weapons. I actually think they look really sick. I normally don't worry about the relic weapons because I've always found them in the past to be very annoying to try to get to. And I'm not big about the best in slot thing. I've always said mechanics over stats. And to my understanding, on top of that, like, side tangent, to my understanding, if you're not gonna do the ultimates, the best in slot's not really that big of a deal.
I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
Also, I'm not going to use the the automatic spaces, I'm gonna take time to respond to people and also react to the actual story. If it gets to a point where I'm like not saying anything, then I'll let the text boxes go freely.
You went to Tural. Then the person who you wish to introduce.
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
Drum roll, please.
Well, it seems you've lost her.
That is... Good delivery.
Did she wander off?
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
I like her voice.
While you were exploring, your candidate came to us.
I have not seen anything but
This
looks
is
for
a-
this character, so
the
this...
adventure
Oh my
you
god, those
constantly
abs!
do.
Oh!
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain she's no ordinary woman.
Oh, I love how they're animated
I'm
abs.
Clamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
Uh-huh. Keep speaking, sexy lion lady.
Tell me your law.
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Whoa, lady, hold on. Maybe just take us out to dinner first. You know, maybe a coffee date. I don't know how things are done there. Like, I don't want to assume nothing, but like, I'm just, I just, ooh, abs.
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Abs.
Of course. Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The rite of succession.
Mara is going to stay a femme aura. I've always loved the contrast of small, tiny, but buff.
Taking the form of a contest. It will determine who next ascends the throne.
Oh, I love story concepts like this.
As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning.
Uh-huh.
I was searching for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
She asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
He blushing.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
Wait, let's all just slow down.
I'm getting flashbacks to the perception check music video.
Wooklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Tulihuela is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulsha, as some across the seas are quick to assume.
Oof. Damn. They like listen, like no shade, but racist?
That said, its present ruler is a Mamulsha, and one blessed with two heads besides.
Oh, for the trailer! Oh shit, that's the ruler of Tural! Oh shit! Oh, this is only getting cooler.
He's also my father. Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own. And that's what matters.
I'm in. I'm invested. I love this. Found family, blood not making you a child. Oh, God, come on. Dawn Trail, I need you here now.
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
It's okay, Graha. Everyone's a little racist. It's good that you accept that your fault. It's okay, baby.
Hardly. I know little about your land, and nothing about your parentage. But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me. Now, this is only a rumor.
Oh, before this, so if you know me outside of the streams or even in streams, you know that I'm super hyped for Viper. The lore for Viper is that it's supposed to be Tyrell hunters. With the little bit of info we've gotten, that means several different species or ancestries of people can be Vipers. I love that concept. Oh, yes, please, 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 please.
But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valyarmanda. Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
It does, but also, how? This feels more like the game being self-aware and saying, hey, I've heard we're going to the Golden City. It's like, how in-game do you guys know this? You do have my complete attention.
We're going to get along, you and I.
Yes, 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 we are. Yes, we are. Spanishism. Listen, pull out the Spanishisms. I want. So, seriously, I want so badly for this expansion to show that we can have a Japanese-made game represent a South American culture without it being trashy. Like, I want that to be put to rest just a little. And I'm not saying that this is going to be like, oh, this fixes all the problems, but I would love if this expansion has the same love and attention and care as something like Ghost of Tsushima was. Ghost of Tsushima was made by Americans, but was very well kept taken care of. And the Japanese audience loved it. It didn't have to be super accurate. The Japanese understood where some of the fantasy of that game came from. I would love to know and get the reactions from the fan base to be told that they did a great job creating a fantasy representation of Spanish South American culture.
Tyrell has no shortage of unexplored frontiers and deadly fiends. You'll never want for excitement, I promise you.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Arenvel, buddy, sweetie, honey, my good time pal, my sweet cheese, my rotten soldier. We went to space!
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Oh my god, they're childhood friends. Oh my god, they know each other. They're childhood friends. Is that what that's implying? I want that to be what it's implying.
Tuliolal and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions. So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
I really like that this is where this is going. So, a lot of people, when the expansion first kind of got announced, were really concerned, and I was in the same boat, that when it was, oh, not all of the fucking scions will be on the same side for the succession of the throne. Knowing going into this that the implication is that it's supposed to be like a competition, a tournament. One, tournament arc. on our vacation arc. Awesome. 2, I like that we're going into this. With nothing but fun expectations. It's not super serious. It's not over the top. Obviously, there's going to be twists and turns and there's going to be drama. But we're going into this with the intention of, hey, even if the Scions don't agree, it's all in good fun, and we are not the heroes of this tale. We're the sidekicks. I really want that to stick with. I want us to be the sidekicks to another character's story. We take on fights, but the other characters get to do shit. I would love if that's what this ends up being. I have a feeling they might pull all Spanish-speaking cultures, and I hope only the good one. Only the good ones? Oof. I don't know how you're meaning to phrase that. The chance to see not only Tural, but the fabled Golden City besides. This is the stuff of grand adventures, my friend. Which is not to say you should hastily accept this invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we don't know. So let us begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. I'm not certain what might be a suitable location for a hunt, however. When I was at the guild earlier, I learned about a petition for researchers on the Isle of Am. You went there not long ago and culled some unruly fauna, of course, but according to recent reports, other ordinary docile fauna have grown savage. It's believed that they have been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance in identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition. The isle isn't far, and we would also be helping those in need. That works for me. Just so you know, I've honed my skills against some of the fiercest beasts in Tural. Whatever this creature is, I had better be able to put up a proper fight, or it'll be end before we have the chance to get acquainted. And before we can prove ourselves capable and dependable companions... To make sure I don't step on bad accents, I'm going to read a lot of these characters with just my voice. I'll use different inflections to help add a little bit to the, with what's going on. My apologies, but I must see some preparations. Pray, go on to the Isle. I will join you as soon as possible. If the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbor. This being guildship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. Okay, yeah, see, I can agree with that, Dark, if we're just, like, ignoring... And I think that's what most fantasy should do. Like, I'm not one to talk deeply on this, but something that I've talked about often with some of my, well, frankly, just not white friends, is that they love fantasy being able to represent their culture and, like, understand what's going on without having to have all of the baggage. It's hard. You do have to understand the baggage when you're creating these fantasies, but once you understand the baggage, you understand how to not have to incorporate the baggage. Yeah, like, information and education is nothing but a good thing, folks. I don't know why I'm reading this map wrong. This is positioned very weird. Either that or I'm just dumb. Okay, I'm gonna stop looking at that. I'm gonna look at my mini-map. My mini-map seems to be leading me in the right direction. 1 second, I am being questioned. Session in the coming weeks, but if there's a theme or a job you want to claim, I wouldn't mind searching for some pieces. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. Yeah, so far I'm liking this girl. Very cool design. I know a lot of people were like a little put off by like an uncanny valley feel that the new Femme Hrothgar had. Once you start seeing their animation, once you start seeing them move, I feel like you have an easier time like processing and accepting how they look. So, we have to take a ship. Ugh, and I've barely set foot on dry land. Oh well, I suppose it's for a good cause. A hunt! Come on, let's get going! Okay, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this! Oh yeah, we've been here before.
From here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Yogg-Tural. Oh, a white bear. I wonder what it tastes like.
I like the way she thinks.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know.
I know. The disappointment in her voice.
So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told...
Whoops. Sorry.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
What is with Mara's lips right now? They look like they got makeup.
This brother of yours, he has been to Sharlayan.
He has. Kona's my second older brother. And until recently, he was a student in the city.
Wait, Kona. 1 second. There's a lot of characters. FF14. Kona. Who is... Okay, so Conan is not someone we have met yet. Okay, cool.
He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studium.
He went to the studium. Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret.
Probably for the abs, given what was going on at the time.
Being Mikote, he had no
Thank you,
trouble
baby.
blending in. He's adopted like me, you see. One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
The researchers should be up ahead.
Be cool if they implemented Spain's voice actors and text with Dawn Trail. I feel like that could work. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of overlap with some of the voice actors. Ooh, okay.
The researchers should be just ahead. There. The building to the northeast.
This is an interesting
So ordinarily
instance.
harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that thinks to try me.
This is a interesting instance, actually. Like, we're not actually, like, as a group, but, like, we kind of are. I like how they're pacing this one. This is interesting.
Look! Someone's in trouble.
Somebody help!
Taste my ass.
It would make more sense than German and French. More people speak Spanish in the world. Yeah. Very fair, but I guess I'm more curious about, like, if they'll just hire different actors other than double dipping. I take it you're the one who answered our petition. Wait, aren't you? You are! Mara the Adventurer who saved our star. With that, our meeting was under better circumstances. I was conducting a routine inspection for the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues there can tell you more.
You really are famous.
Yeah, we try.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
I really like how we're doing this. Also, I understand that maybe some people might feel weird about using a dungeon that we've already done. I think it's good use of the assets you already have.
Is that our petitioner? Let's go and have a chat.
The adventurer come to answer my petition, I presume. We're most fortunate to have one of your considerable skill to aid us. A creature of unknown origin has been sighted on the island in recent days, and we believe its presence has affected the local fauna. The animals beyond this gate are the worst affected we've encountered thus far, though we dare not go back. I love the idea that things that can fly can't get over this little fence.
I'll handle this.
Ooh, okay, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh! Okay, that was neat. Well, hello. You find ravaged beast remains, torn to shreds by sharp talons.
I've seen their like before. It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
Maybe. Sometimes I feel like they, well, Okay, granted, they haven't done this in forever, but sometimes I do feel as if the developers just like to have cool animations just to test them in the game before they ever become real.
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
presume it's even safe to
Whoa. Whoa, I wasn't expecting to hear the word raw with a growl. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about the way she said that.
Still fresh. Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
Oh, hey, we found it. No bonking. I speak the truth. Although I do need to get some emotes where you guys can actually bonk me. Need to sit down and figure out. One of my mutuals helped explain how that might work. I just have to actually sit down and do it. Where's she running off to? Abs. I love those big catty eyes. I love those big kitty eyes. What the shit?
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey.
200 points? Seems very valid. Oh, hello? Toucan Sam, what did they do to you? Oh, I was not ready for today.
It speaks?
I was not prepared for today.
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Come, Woklamat.
Woklamat. Okay, that's how you say
Right.
the name. Oh, they really did not. They really went for the animation. Whee!
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Honey.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
Why is it so ton so
Think
big?
you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
I do love this thing's design. Ooh, thank you for coming in, Corvo, and thank you, Xenocity, for the follow. You are just in time to watch me fight Toucan Sam's very, very disfigured cousin. You need a ton to talk. I understand, but why is it gotta be so big? I don't like it.
Sinking my teeth into you.
Oh my god, I love how the Gunbreaker feels so much. I love this energy you got. Hell yeah, man! I'm finally getting to play the 6.55. Plus, it's really easy to keep this energy going when I at least have one person in the chat talking with me. Thank you, Dark. I appreciate you contributing so the lurkers have something fun to listen to. That is a word you just said, Graha. Right now, Corvo, we're playing as Gunbreaker. So if you've ever seen Leon from... Oh, hello. Oh.
I've got you.
Oh. What's happening? Oh! She rescued us! Oh, that's cool. But yeah, Leon from Final Fantasy VIII. That is what this class is based off of. Pecking order! Yeah, Gunbreaker and Paladin share gear, so it was really easy for me to just have the two of them. Okay, so stay away from... I saw that shit coming, you little bitch. Oh. There we go. Whee! Oh! Oh. I want to break free! Oh, I actually... Okay. I like this. Okay, this is actually kind of cool. She saves us, now we save them. I like how that works. Get out of the way! Oh, this is gonna be fun. I get to hit my whole damage phase right now. First window be popping off. Now the warrior pulls the healer down a hole. Oh man, if warrior actually got rescue, I think that would be awful. Oh, I know this mechanic. It's time to clip this here bird. Apologies if I'm not reading the chat. I will be backtracking as soon as we get done with this fight. I'm sorry, what? Have the warriors always been able to do that? That has to be something new. Okay, let me catch back on to chat. Been following you on Twitter for a while, but now I finally got a chance to catch one of your streams. Thank you. Yeah, I recognize your profile, Zeno. Yes, I've been wanting to jump into your streams more often. I think I was able to watch one for a bit, and then my dog needed me to punish them because they fucking shat in my house again. Oh, it's so good to see you around. Thank you for being here. I think that looks right. Now the warrior... Yeah, I feel like you turning into a buzzsaw is brand fucking new. Corvo, have you ever played Kingdom Hearts? Uh-oh. She's shaky. She's a novice.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Oh, Graha, buddy. Being all sweet. Really, Corvo? Okay, well, Exploding sword. That's the gist of it. Abs.
Only to be expected. You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt. But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
Oh, wait, I missed. I had to look at my dog for a second. What's happening?
Dirty tricks.
Oh, it's
Despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Ooh, thank you, Botter876 for the follow! You're about to see something funny happen. Why does it have so
Leave
much...
this to me.
Oh, Pictomancer! Pictomancer gonna flex. Pictomancer, kill the rest. Oh, nice! Welcome to the stream. Careful, these are spoilers for later. Alright, sorry guys,
I'm
1 second. My dog is
terribly
chewing
sorry
on
to have
something that
kept
they
you
should
all
not
waiting.
be. Yeah, you better run, Missy. You better run, Missy. You know you're not supposed to chew on that. Alright, I'm coming back. Our puppy just continuously chews on things that she is not supposed to.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
She looked cute.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you.
Which is something the fanbase has been begging for a while.
In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamat. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
Abs.
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
Oh, Corvo, trust me, buddy. When I get you to get caught up in the narrative, you are going to lose your shit over how fast Kryl becomes one of your fan favorites. It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be really fast. Oh, sorry, I am getting rid of a bot really quick. Maybe two? Yeah, we're gonna get rid of a second bot. There we go.
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft. As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute. And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer.
It's oh no,
Esoteric
it's
art
Doodle
passed
Bob.
down by the
Meoy
legendary
meoy.
realm. Pictomancy.
Oh, Zeno, if you get into this, here's my suggestion for this. You know what? Stick around. Let's get through the cutscene. I'll tell you how I suggest you get into it after.
As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style. What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Stop eating my shoes, puppy.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuli Yolal.
Finally!
Was addressed to my grandfather Galuf and turned up among the students' archives.
They've been hinting at this letter for 6 months!
The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant.
That is such a sick name for king.
What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I will get back to making comments and whatnot, but like, this is actually very interesting. I don't want to ruin the mood, so I apologize if this is not as entertaining as it could be. Also, Raw, thank you for being here. Is it Rara? I think it's Rara. Buns, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Your stream was really fun to listen in on. I apologize that I had to kind of go quiet and bounce. I had to make dinner. But man, I love the energy that you had in your stream. 1 second. I'm going to shout out. We're going to shout out Buns because they shouted out me earlier. And then Zeno, I'm going to shout you out. But again, after this cutscene.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this. Given how culturally diverse Toliyolal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed.
I'm gonna end up loving this expansion.
But instead of elevating an existing tongue,
Fuck! I didn't
the
mean to click that.
similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If father had written this, it would have been in Turali. What's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
It's a forgery!
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
Oh, okay, so he told someone, write this for me. Dope, dope.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuli Yolal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there. In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
Abs.
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
We're eating that.
Listen, Graha, my wife and I have been watching Dungeon Meshi for the past couple of weeks. It's not as weird as you might think. Okay, cutscene is over. Let me go ahead and give the shout out. But you don't worry. But yes, Zeno, I do need to give a shout out to you because you are awesome people and I have liked your stuff in the past. Boom. Oh, 1 second. I think I did it wrong. Boom. Yeah. But yes, so anyone who's listening in on this right now, if you want to get in to Final Fantasy XIV, these are the expectations you need to have. It is an MMO, but it's an MMO second. I genuinely feel you get the most out of this game if you approach it as a single-player RPG from Japan that you can play by yourself or with friends. Now, once you get past the main story, once you've got all the way caught up, I'm talking hundreds of hours of story and narrative and dungeons and leveling, like a bunch of stuff. Once you get through all of that, then the MMO portion opens up. Raids, contests, gear grinding, all of that good shit. All of that fully opens up. The reason why I push so hard for people to play the story and genuinely try it out is because, and I don't mean this to be mean, if you're coming from a World of Warcraft experience, you're going to be heavily disappointed. World of Warcraft trained a lot of its player base to be way more focused on the raiding content and the hardcore content and the grind and loop for gear. 14 has that, but one, it's far more forgiving. Two, it's not the only thing this game has. This is a RPG experience you can play with friends, and it is an MMO. It is an MMO, but it's not just an MMO. If you're coming just for the raids, you're gonna get bored really quick because 14 raids as a whole, not as hard as other raids. There are some ridiculously tough fights, and there is some good shit to get your crunchy, grindy bits into. But come for the story, come for the community, come for the fun. Be a casual player, and then start biting into the crunchy bits. Now, they've made this easy because A Realm Reborn, Heaven's Ward, and Stormblood, upon Dawn Trail's launch, are going to be free to play. The first 3 massive parts of this game's story are going to be free to play. You don't have to spend any money. You can just play through a good chunk of the story and see how far you get. And if you get past Stormblood and you're thinking, yeah, I gotta see the end of this, then what you do is you pay for the most recent expansion, pay for the sub, and then you have the game all of it. The expansions come out about every 2 years. They're the usual $60 affair. When you do that, you get 1 month free of the sub, and then you're off. You're running hard. You don't have to buy every single expansion. You just buy the most recent one. That is how I suggest you get into the game. One final caveat: A Realm Reborn is a almost over 10-year-old game from a version of this game where it almost died and they had to play damage control to get it back. If you get into the mindset that this game is just introducing you to the world and the mechanics, and there's going to be some weird, silly JRPG-isms, if you can get past that, I think you'll find A Realm Reborn very charming. And then when Heaven's Ward hits... Oh god, when Heaven's Ward hits... Now that I'm out of my Vietnam flashback, let's continue the story. I try to get my JRPG friends into this, but they either don't or give up before the first dungeon. Yeah, it's definitely one of those games you've got to go in for the long haul, but I think it's so fucking worth it, especially because you can play so much of this solo, or you can have a couple of buddies come with you on the adventure, and it's so neat. We're going to go ahead and skip through this fluff dialogue so we can get back into the main story. I feel like there's going to be a lot of stuff I'll be cutting out of the VOD, but I hope that is enough to help you understand like what you might be walking into in this game. And in fact, if everyone's down for it later, after I get through this story, I can show you, we can watch the new full-on trailer for the next expansion together, and I can show you guys what class I'm super excited for. Damn, look at this boy. I'll see if I can make some time soon to give this game a go. And keep in mind, you got just make sure you pace yourself, Xeno. Like, make sure you have enough time to spend at least an hour getting through stuff. But you know, don't try to marathon it. Don't try to sprint it. You will get overwhelmed. Oh, yay, it's snowing, just like here in Ohio.
Come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together. I'd heard that Charlayan cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
Damn. She really just admitting, man, I heard the white people don't know how to cook, but I'm very happily surprised.
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
Oh no, they didn't.
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveller ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice.
Oh my god, I know what they're talking about. Oh no. Zero, you bitch! You ruined the culture! Or made it better, depending
So
on your
he started offering
perspective.
the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Charlian.
Oh my god. I love that. I love that little bit. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, you will.
It's nothing I can't handle.
That's it. That's the shot. That's the shot for the VOD.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
Fucking get him.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Yeah, it's very clear that they are like childhood friends. Holy shit. I'm sorry, what?
Since we were little.
Bitch, you happen to know someone named Kirby.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
Damn, Aaronville, you really gonna do your girl like this?
I see. I see.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
Wait, I thought we knew that. Didn't we know he was from Tural? Or like, wasn't it like heavily implied? I don't think people ship it because they're too busy thirsting over her themselves. I'm like 75% sure that like he had said in the past he was from Tural. Like, I don't think we had a name for it yet during the expansion, but wasn't it? No, yeah, it wasn't directly, but I guess I connected the dots faster than Kryl. That's a little disturbing.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead.
I'm gonna have to eat something before I go to bed tonight now.
Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
Oh, that's sick.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy.
Oh, this is where the family trauma is gonna kick in.
Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
Oh.
A man who is too ambitious by half. Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war. I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Graha, I'm really glad you especially, but someone is bringing this up.
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it.
Go on.
The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies.
I can see the logic.
That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal?
Hell yeah. I mean, we can't say no, but I wish they would give us a choice.
You don't need to decide right this moment.
No, I'm invested. Let's go.
But I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you.
She's still hungry. One thing that sucks about having double screen is that when you sometimes click back onto your main screen, you'll accidentally skip dialogue. Okay, I'm going to take a short break to go use the restroom, and then when we come back, I'm going to do a little ad bit over HelloFresh, the sponsor of my stream. If you guys end up needing to take a break here, heading to bed, have a good night, have a good sleep. I hope you enjoyed the shenanigans. As for everybody else, I will see you in a little bit. We'll do a little discussing of what this all cutscene is. I'll see you guys in a bit. Oh wait, no, I'm stupid. Blue magic comes from Tural, doesn't it? Or am I dumb? I might be. Well, you know what? I should have read the book. Oh, that's good. Let's see here. Eorzean cuisine, history. Yeah, blue magic comes from Tyrol. Okay, cool. I've never done the Blue Mage quest. I've heard that it's a little tone deaf. Maybe a little, needs a little bit of rewriting in, like, the way that it approaches its story. But Blue Mage, I might never actually play it because it doesn't really interest me. Beastmaster very much interests me, though. It is impossible to adequately discuss Eorzean cuisine without speaking of that land from many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Tyrol. They themselves had no name for it, so it was given the name Blue Magic when it was imported here. Makes sense. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ubiquitous popoto. These crops and more that regularly grace Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. The tale of this culinary immigration begins in the year 1498 of the 6th Astral Era, when the Lominsan sailor named Ketan Ram successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the therefore unknown continent. Ketan Ram spent several moons exploring inland, in the course of which he encountered the denizens of the sprawling nation of Mamulja. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with permission to roam freely. No, like, that's what I've heard, Doc. And that says a lot, because you and Vic are the kind of people who are like, these things kind of brush off against you guys. Like, you normally, like, just don't think about it. White Savior? Oh, no. Okay, see, you and Vic are not... You guys are able to pick up on that shit pretty quickly, so... Oof. But, like, not like trying to, like, say anything about your character. It's like, you guys are just a little more, like, able to take the brunt of that stuff, and then, like... Essentially, if people are looking too much into something, you and Vic are usually pretty good about being like, I don't know, I'm skeptical. If you guys are agreeing that it's got white savior vibes, I might just want to stay the fuck away from Blue Mage. Ketan Ram would return to Tyrol several times, but during his first expedition, he charted the land and gathered myriad root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsa Luminsa. Usually Vic and I can handle that shit better than you can, so it says a lot that we notice this stuff. Oh, yeah. I'd like to think that over the year, over time, I've gotten a lot better. There's just, at this point, like, it comes down to, oh, man, I shouldn't enjoy this, and more, oh, I recognize what this is, and I'm personally not comfortable with it. We're just gonna move on and not cause a scene. Yeah, I've become a lot less, like, worried about every little thing, and I think the reason why is because I just have better people in my life who, like, if I say something racist or ignorant, they'll just call me out politely and be like, whoa, dude, hold on, what the fuck? And then they'll, like, clown on me for it, rightfully so. Or they'll just be like, oh, no, this is, like... One of the best examples I can give is just learning how much, like, Latino, specifically Mexican culture loves the shit out of Speedy Gonzalez. Like, I literally would have thought that, like, mariachi bands and Speedy Gonzalez were, like, racist stereotypes, but, like, no, like, as, like, a conglomerate, like, maybe not the word conglomerate's the wrong choice, but the Mexican culture... like, from the people we know who are Mexican are like, no, dude, we fucking love Speedy Gonzalez and mariachis. Like, during the Mario game that came out a couple of years ago, like, people were really, like, some white savior complex people started coming up. Then the Mexicans came in and said, dude, shut the fuck up! We got mariachis in Mario! This is great! If I find the job fun and the boss fights and the quests are a delight, I just skip all the cutscenes. That's basically what I've heard a lot of people do. Which, in of itself, seems blasphemous to me. So, like, that's probably just another reason I won't touch Blue Mage. But to be fair, I was never interested in Blue Mage in the first place. The concept never intrigued me. Where's the monk teacher? I know I should be able to do a quest, but I don't remember where he is. My best suggestion is to look up the wiki and see what quests you already did, because sometimes it can get hard to like lose track of where the next quest line is. I wouldn't know which quest you're doing at this point, unfortunately. I do like this bit about like Dark and I were talking about this earlier. Like they clearly borrowed from real life history of like Westerners coming over to the South America or the Southern lands, but instead of like, you know, the thing that happened in real life, it's just like, oh cool, food, I'm gonna bring this home. I'm glad that they lead into that. If you turn on that thing in the corner that tracks MSQ, it will also track job quests. Yes, that's very true. Thank you, Doc. There's a lot of stuff that I've just set up to be automated. I have taken granted for. I've taken for granted. The flora and fauna of Tural, every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tural is no exception. Yet while some of her creatures have become a familiar sight in Eorzea, many and more exist that are rarely seen in this side of the Indigo Deep. Sorry, double checking something, and we're good. This tome introduces a select variety of species as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca, accustomed to Tural's craggy mountain ranges, do we get to have alpaca mounts? I'll be so happy if that's the case. Their soft white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable beasts of burden. Wyvir? This ferocious scalekin is native to the dense jungles of Tural. The Mamulja have succeeded in taming them and utilize their prodigious strength for manual labor. Given their immense size and power, it would come as no surprise that the Wyvir is also employed as a siege beast. Enemy fortifications cannot long withstand. Holy shit, they're like the lizard men from Warhammer. They use dinosaurs. Ah, yes! Vali Garmanda, Turali folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists is beyond myth, however, is uncertain. Oh. Ooh, I love your fucking design. That is so cool. Oh yeah, I remember doing the Monk Quest lines when they were always on the Goldsmith. Lines in the Sand, the geopolitics of Hydaelyn. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents in Tural. The former stretches from the east to west and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both northern and southern hemispheres, and a difference immediately presents itself in the form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler when moving east and west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migrations is far more common in history, whether it be by men, animals, or plants. A case in point is the Alligans, who rose to power in Aldenard before advancing east into Ilzabard. Their movement would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Garleans. Meanwhile, although the disparate tribes of Tural waged war with one another for generations, stymied by the climate, no one could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrived in open plains could not pierce dense jungle. Such was the way of it until the leader of the Mamalja succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history and the reason therefore, one cannot help but be in awe of its feat. Truly, it is a testament to Artok's greatness. Damn, I kind of love the sound of this place. One thing I'm kind of liking about the design concept about Tural, in fantasy, it's very easy for people to make... I mean, best example I can give is if you've ever played D&D 5e, anything to do with I can't think of it right now, but the African nation that's referenced in 5e, it's done very poorly because, I shit you not, like, the biggest thing that, like, bothers me about that is the concept that without foreign aid, without foreign trade, the people of the fantasy African nation in 5e literally can't feed themselves. Like, they can't feed themselves. They can't make food. They can't grow food because their entire continent is so fucking full of dinosaurs and zombies. And, like, an African nation full of dinosaurs and zombies is cool, but not when, like, the locals are forced from being, like, kings and being the equivalent of the Mali Empire, but fantasy, and are forced to instead be merchants. Like, that's boring, that's lazy, that's dumb. And like we mentioned before, it has the most weirdest hint of white saviors of, the Westerners come to feed the ignorant and helpless Easterners. Like, it's fucking gross, dude. But this is not having that hint. Like, we've already seen that the world of Eorzea is batshit insane. All this is setting up is, hey, you know how insane all of Eorzea is? Yeah, Tyrell's that too. You want to come over and see what kind of crazy our shit is? It's, jokes aside, well, not jokes aside, but making it a little more like a joke, it's like if all of Australia looked at Florida and said, mate, why is our entire country in your one state? Like, that's the comparison, and I love that. It's tasteful, it's fun, and it's fitting in this world. Scour the library to your satisfaction, have you? Excellent. While there are a few books wholly dedicated to the subject of Tyrell, I dare say you found tidbits of useful information scattered here and there. I would have to agree. But come, let's continue this outside. The mammoths do not take kindly to chatter. Now that I'm quite keen to hear your honest impressions. I couldn't help but notice that we read this very same book on cuisine. I was pleasantly surprised to find references to Tyrell within. Among them, did anything in particular pique your interest? I was rather taken with the tale of Ketan Ram, Popotos. I have a newfound appreciation for them. Yup, we're going... I have a new appreciation for potatoes. As have I. Despite having just enjoyed a hearty meal, I found myself craving Popotos. As they keep well, they were a boon to sailors, and it was the same property that allowed them to survive the voyage to Eorzea. The book also mentioned a method of preservation. Sorry, my sock is bothering me. Okay. The book also mentioned a method of preservation which sees Popotos repeatedly frozen and dried. The resultant product was apparently used in a stew by people in the mountainous regions. I should like to sample the dish one day, that in all the unique cuisines of the vast continent. Very much like they're already establishing Graha to be the foodie that he is. I love the way that my daughter is dressed in this game. Absolutely in love with it. So happy. But moving on, did you perchance learn aught about the fauna of Tyrell? Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic would interest you. I learned about alpacas, I learned about rivrays, I learned about Valgrabanda. Now, why do I get the impression you're imagining pitting your skills against this fell beast? Bitch, you know me. Unfortunately, I found scant details on your would-be prey. One source described it as an enormous winged creature with scales hard as steel that rule the skies. I should like to see it with my own eyes, presuming it even exists. I thought I heard familiar voices. Alize and Alphino! It's my kids! Well, well, have some research of your own, do you? Aye, we hope to arm ourselves with the knowledge that may benefit the Garlean people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Rods at Han, they will next look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints in history on how neighbors of differing races and ideologies might engage with one another. And with the two of you, what endeavor brings you here this day? Let's flex on the kids. A nation composed of disparate people of Tural. Disparate. I dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We do well to read up on Tural, Tuliolal ourselves. Oof, that's gonna be hard to say. That the contest is Mara the only one allowed to help Wook Lamont? There was no mention of such restrictions, as I recall. On the contrary, Wook Lamont gave us the impression that she could have several champions. I think I know how to make the most of our respite. Follow me, Alphino. We have planning to do. Alize, wait! It would seem our plans have changed, if you'll excuse me. Alright, here's a hot take for some of y'all. And Doc, I know you and Vic are going to definitely have your opinions on this. I don't get why people are mad that the former members of our alliance are going to come with us. I'd be upset if we didn't have Alphino and Alize. I would be upset if we didn't have Thancred and Urianger. Like, I get why people are like, oh my god, new characters. But we can't phase these characters completely out yet. They're good characters. Let them stay. We miss them. We like them. We're still gonna meet new people. It's okay. I would love to know everyone's perspective on this, because I think it's really dumb that people actively are getting mad, or actually were mad before, that the Eorzean, like, friends we've had for several expansions are coming with us. It's like, oh, fucking course they are. They also deserve a break, idiots. Dummies. Okay, going this way. Oh, will this be voiced? It is really quiet, and I don't know why.
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story.
Oh, that's very obvious, Graha.
What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Woklamat's request?
Oh, very much going to accept, but I know we haven't heard the entire narrative. I'll never say no to a new adventure. I'm still undecided, to be honest. I'd rather not get involved in politics. Nah, we're going with the first one. We're dumb. Although I kind of am interested if, like, people are like, I'd rather not get invested in politics.
I thought you might say that. With an intrepid attitude such as yours, I believe all shall be well.
I'm have to look up what happens if you pick the other options now.
Be it the contest or something else, there will be many trials for you to overcome at your destination. But in the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not?
I like how Graha keeps like carrying themselves like they're a newbie adventurer, but like they've been through
Such a
shit.
journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenon. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think.
Ah,
It's enough to stir me to the core.
Clever bastards.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
Graha, how come I think you're saying this more to yourself than to me? Keep going, buddy, but you know.
Ah, but there's an idea.
What, kiss?
I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
A part of me would laugh if it turns out that, even he's, like, doing a job class switch. That'd be so funny. Graha's gonna play as a Viper. That'd be amazing. Oh, sneaky bitch. So that's how Thancred hears about it. Okay. I'm curious why he felt the need to be a sneaky little cunt, but like we'll find out why later. I was supposed to come in here, right? Am I dumb? Oh, I might be dumb. I thought I saw the map say that we had to go in here. I'm getting tired. Okay, wait at the designated location. Okay, so now I'm allowed to go in here. Okay, I was just a little too early. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Abs. Hello.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
I would love if they gave us the... I've never been one to turn down an adventure. I'll do it. I wish to boldly go where I've never gone before.
Then you need me as much as I need you. Together we'll blaze new trails in Tural.
Dawn trails? Yeah!
You're not planning to leave without us, are you?
I mean, some people want to, but as I just explained, I would never. Abs.
Alpha no, Alize! What are you two doing here?
I don't like that she said that in a way as if to be like, why are you here?
And I told them about Wooklamat. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
Oh god, he told her about that.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that.
To be fair, that is the first time we met. Well, maybe not the first time we met him, but like.
First impressions last.
Oh, get fucked. She's pouting. She's pouting.
'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphino Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alize.
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles. So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliolal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
Now this is very fascinating because again, the story implied that the members of the group would be torn on who they were supporting. So if we're having this much of a mass that are supporting one character, are the others gonna just be there of their own accord as well? Or oh, I'm very curious.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Erenville, you're not getting out of this, you bitch!
Nonsense. Like I told you before, you're indispensable.
The fangirls. Think of the fangirls.
They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers, and spare them grisly deaths.
Abs.
I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
Why are you looking sad?
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Perhaps I was. Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
Aw.
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
Oh, so is...
But, Raha...
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Oh no, she's gonna cry!
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Okay, so this is interesting. Because, like... Was that the implication? That, like, Raha just eating the food was like, Raha's not gonna... Interesting. Interesting.
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
Abs. I mean, I guess the other way of doing...
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
I guess, like, it doesn't mean that Graha's not gonna go, per se, to visit. But I guess, like, he'll take the trip back to help run the foundation here in Old Charlian. Update to our map, baby!
This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loporrits. Cast your eyes west of Charlian, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
Ooh, more of the fog has been lifted! The Endwalker theme. Swarming softly, biding time, falling forward, left behind. I love the Endwalker theme so much. And that is the official end of Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. No more updates related to Endwalker. No more continuation. The end has in fact been walked. It is all towards Dawn Trail. Okay, so now that I've seen this much, I'm really, really curious where this is gonna go. G'raha not coming with us, or imply that they're not going to have a very active interaction, has me very curious, because one, G'raha is a fan favorite. Like, people love the shit out of G'raha-Tia. So knowing that they're gonna be more of, like, Kryl and him have switched, very interesting. Very interesting that they have done this. Man, that's so not how... This makes him look all sexy and confident. We know that's not him. So, I guess I'm, like, hung up on that because, like, they had G'raha in the trailers, and they always focused on him eating the taco. But, like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, why? Whatever. It's fine. What I'm more excited about is knowing, for instance, how are Ishtola, how are Estinian, how are all of them going to be involved in this? We know that essentially Kryl, ourselves, and the twins are going to be wanting to help Wolklamat. Or Wolkma? I have to learn their name better. But, like, Thancred kind of being sneaky and listening in. We still don't know how Urianger is involved in all of this. This still brings me to the thing that I'm fascinated by, with the fact that we are being introduced in this aspect that any of the three, Wolklamat, thank you, Toko. By the way, thank you for being here. I know you. We've interacted a little bit on the Tweetars and I believe also the Blue Sky, maybe just the Twitter. That's where I mostly am. Oh, Tataru! Pleasure to see you. But, like, that's what's got me interested, because... well, we don't have... Crystal Mom in the flesh. We don't have enough to work off of. But I'm so damn excited. I'm so excited for what's to come. Now, basically the only other thing to do, and I'm kind of tired. I kind of don't want to do a whole lot. I don't want to do a lot of gaming. God damn it, Xenos, go away. Listen, you were my favorite villain, but you're dead now. You're dead. Leave. Senna Breyer, that is the voice for Wolklamat, as we know. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and change the scrolling speed. I'm not gonna skip I'm not gonna skip the names yet because I know, or often, very much in the old vein of like Marvel movie cinematics, there is like a final end to these, so I want to like see if there's like anything that they add on. Better to be safe than sorry. For Toko, obviously, you are in a state where you recognize and understand the storyline in front of us. What were your and chat, the rest of you, what were some of your favorite moments within Endwalker? I know there's a lot of people who are very verbal about Endwalker endgame content not really being up to snuff. I agree in the extent that people kind of expect every expansion to have everything at this point. We expect a deep dungeon. We expect we're gonna expect good variant dungeons going forward. We expect good continuation of the stories and the raids, and we expect the really good at this point, people want more things like Eureka and Baja. For me, I'm really late to the game. I'm rushing with a static to try and beat the end game content. I don't know. I feel like I'm a little different than a lot of the other people that might like try to no life this game. I like that this game does not ask of me all of my time and attention. I like that either I can come back and beat some of the extremes that I didn't beat last time, or there are aspects of the game I can just decide to skip on. I'm sure me and the others are going to be able to beat this game, or rather get our raid clears before before Dawn Trail's release. And I know a lot of people already have done that. But I feel like that's when we should be allowed and we should be okay with going to play something else. And like the most recent thing, I'm not trying to like completely discern the criticism of what people have been saying in the past. There are some things to criticize. Like, I understand that, like, fundamentally, I think some people really want the raids to start being a little bit more different, being a little bit more cinematic, and a little bit more, like, interesting with certain events and mechanics. I also understand that people want to have something to always endlessly work towards. I just don't want that. I'm very happy that, like, my friends and I are getting into and going to finally finish endgame content, that I'm actually doing Savage Tier for once in my life, and how excited I am to like actually be having fun with it. There just gets to a point where I am someone who like can only enjoy something for so long before I gotta do something else. And now I'm at a point in my life where it's actually integral for me to play game and for me to do the content. But I don't know, maybe it's harder for other people to not... Maybe it's harder for other people to walk away from the game when it's like, this is their big game. So like, I would love to hear from what everyone else is thinking in the chat, or how everyone else feels. Me, I'm very satisfied. I try to understand and appreciate people's criticisms. Something that is a flaw of mine, but is just kind of how I am. I don't like approaching things with criticisms as if to say something is bad or that it's garbage. Just to say that it is a problem, or that like, man, I really wish something was different. Because to me, there's more nuance in saying something is flawed, but it's either not a big deal, or no, like this is a flaw that will expand and hurt this thing, versus just the really basic, boring take of, this is thing I don't like and is garbage and bad and profanities. Like, I swear and curse all the time, but I just can't handle negativity right now, man. Either you don't like something and you walk away from it, or you just shrug your shoulders and enjoy the aspects that you do like. And the thing is, I definitely have been in that point in my life where outside of video games, I'm not happy. I didn't have a good life. So if even my video games aren't able to sustain and keep me happy, that's a problem. But I'm at a point where, like, there's other games, other things in my life going on that if 14's not perfect, I don't like to be hyperbolic and, like, talk super shit about it. If there's a problem, or if there's something that could be better, I'll be like, ah, man, I really wish this was better. For anyone who's ever listened to me talk about Monster Hunter World, 1, I'm sorry. 2, I've really relaxed on that, because what does it fucking do to say, no, shucks, Monster Hunter World just ain't for me? Like, what does it do? Like, it's fun to dissect the game in a conversation with people who want to have that dissection. I had a really great conversation not long ago dissecting what works and what doesn't work about Rise and World. And it honestly made me appreciate more of what World does for people, while also being able to throw Rise off the pedestal I put it on. I love conversations like that. I just don't like conversations where it's like, we're just gonna shit on something and be super hyperbolic and just rant about dumb shit. Like, I'm not trying to say I want to police what people say. I'm just saying I am going to own my feelings and own my own stance. Ooh, hold on. Good music. And if I feel like I'm coming into a conversation that I don't think I'm going to get anything out of, then I'm going to just walk away from it. Like, it's one of those things where if people just, if that's what gets them their kicks and what gets them to have fun, fine. I'm 31, man. I got bipolar depression. I can't be that grossly negative about things, and if people are just gonna be that grossly negative, I can't bother with it. But for me, to kind of wrap this all around, because I've basically just been talking so I don't miss anything, 'cause I'm afraid of skipping the credits and then causing like that I miss a really important cutscene. I'm very paranoid about that shit. So sorry that I'm just word vomiting. But for me, I love Shadowbringers, and I do think Shadowbringers is the better expansion. Endwalker, I'd have to say, is damn near matching Shadowbringers. Like, the only reason Shadowbringers is beating out Endwalker, one, a lot of the classes were more fun in Shadowbringers. I do very much agree. Oh, look! Look! I'm not gonna say too much because spoilers, but oh, I love this. They're just having a cute sorry, fangirling out. Anywho, Shadowbringers is pretty undeniably the better expansion because I think the jobs were stronger and a little bit more diverse. I feel like in Endwalker they took too much away. It's why I'm really hoping and kind of praying that Dawn Trail is going to give more back, just very slowly. But yeah, Endwalker, like, it's not like comparing, like, for instance, Stormblood to Heaven's Ward. Endwalker is damn near a great, if not fantastic, expansion that was never gonna be able to match Shadowbringers, and so it tried to do its own thing while being very fair to Shadowbringers. I get why people don't vibe with it. I can't help but love it. Shadowbringers is better, but man, it's neck and neck. It's, you know what it is? It's like comparing Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Ooh, that's how I feel, and if you know, you know. It's like me with Cyberpunk. When I had the most hate possible for it, I still loved it. Otherwise, I wouldn't give it the time of the day. Yes, very similar. Just like I had all the hate in the world for Devil May Cry 2 when I was like 12, but hating takes an energy and dedication to... Exactly, Worm. You put it in a less rambly way. I hope I didn't just scare a bunch of people off by talking nonsense for, like, ever. Angeli-chan, hey! Welcome! I need to jump into more of your streams. I see you... This is the thing that sucks, Angeli, is that... or Angeli, tell me how to pronounce your name correctly. I see you streaming often, and I'm often at work. Past couple of days, I've been forgetting my earbuds, or work's been super busy, so I haven't been able to jump in. But thank you for stopping by. Actually, really quick, while I'm thinking about it. There we go. I'm not wrapping up just yet. I want to try and make this go on for maybe another hour, or at least another 40 minutes. I want to hit that 3-hour mark. I don't know if I'm going to be playing a lot of games, but I am planning to watch a lot of trailers and just discuss my hype for Dawn Trail, because I'm super pumped. And this ending to Endwalker is fantastic. I love it. Soon you'll have a ramble outlet soon. Worm, I'm gonna need you and Miles to hold me back on some stuff. Which, it's gonna be easy because, like, when I'm bouncing off of you two in a conversation, really easy, really simple. I don't take up too much time. But when I'm left to my own devices, I have to keep talking. Speaking of, I need to drink a water. Ugh. But yeah, Angeli, if you're still here, I'm planning on streaming for a little bit more, but not too much longer. I might have taken too long. I think they've already dipped where it's like, okay, buddy, we get it. Nah, I'm kidding. That is the anxiety and the bipolar talking. It's okay, though. I'll get some ropes and bungee cords. Hey! That's only for you and me time on Sundays, mister. My question, Worm, is when am I going to be able to get you to stream this with me? Like, when am I going to be able to get you to start streaming regularly enough to play through this? Because now Corvo's almost through A Realm Reborn, which, as much as I think the base game of A Realm Reborn is charming, I do think it is a bit of a slog. It is still hard. It's much better than it used to be. Oh. Jesus, is it better than it used to be? But it's still very charming and very fun. And Worm, you're one of those people where you would be more than patient enough to get through the little bit of cringe that the old school games have. Like, I think you genuinely would click with it. Things should turn around soon. Got a meeting Monday afternoon, so we'll see. Hey! Love to hear it. Corvo is trying to fish some harbor herring. Corvo, if you actually are able to get into and enjoy the crafting and gathering in that game, I can't. I'm an unga bunga adventurer. I can't enjoy that stuff. I definitely respect and appreciate the people who do, though, because it can get insane how much you kind of ask someone to get stuff done. The way I spent 3 hours playing Botanist. Listen, if that's what makes it work for you, I ain't gonna judge. Enjoy your shit. Have fun, get messy, make mistakes. Oh, that was loud, sorry. That was really loud, sorry. Oh, come on, credits. Like, I appreciate you, but move, damn you. And eat some weird plants while you're at it. Hell yeah. I kind of... Okay, we're gonna risk the biscuit because this could go on for a lot longer. Alright, it doesn't look like there was... Okay. Listen, I got to do my little rant. Hopefully I didn't scare too many people off. It was fun enough. Let me just... check something really quick. Okay, how about, because we've got another, I at least want to get as close to the 3-hour mark as we can. Oh, hold on, there actually is something else we can do here. We're not fully done. Oh good, there is more. Went through all the, ooh, here it is. Meanwhile, in Limsalominsa. I had you guys listen to that rant for nothing. I'm so sorry.
When does the next ship set sail?
May I ask your destination?
The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time.
West, you say?
Meanwhile, in old Charlian, I love the idea that literally our favorite doofus dragoon is just like, I haven't gone west yet, let's get lost.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
Hi, Dad, Crid.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
Hey, Daddy Anjay. Oh, so they already had the desire to go there.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
We're gonna fight! Oh! Yes, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I would love to throw hands in a friendly, competitive manner with Thancred. Come on, that would be so much fun.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
I love this.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember.
Bitch, stop looking at me with those eyes. Stop looking at me with your sexy bed me eyes. Stop it. Take your boyfriend and go
my
do
friend.
shit.
We make for Taral.
That was a typo. He was supposed to say boyfriend. Okay, so I got to assume we're also going to cut over to... Oh, maybe not. Oh, I can't wait to play Viper. It's gonna be so fun. Stupid, sexy Thancred.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World.
Weigh anchor now, the tide is high, and dawn of new adventure nigh. Row forth to break horizon's bond, and tread the I didn't read that fast enough! Tomorrow's unknown. I got something out of that last quest. What did I get? Oh? A knapsack personal effect. How do I put that on? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. She's just like her old man. I could not be... I am so... Guys, I didn't know that this existed. Just like her dad. Oh my god, you can make so many fun fits with this. What? This is gonna look so good on my Viper! Ah! Hold on. I gotta see what else this looks good with. Hold on. Let me switch over to my monk glam. Okay, it doesn't... Actually, it kind of... It you know, in that vein where, like, Sentai is super goofy? Like, this kind of works. This kind of works still. Okay, hold on. Let me mess with... Here, let me put this on. My other monk glam. Honestly, this still looks really good with the base monk glam. Okay. Man, I forgot how good this monk glam looks. Okay. What about my Reaper glam? I gotta assume it doesn't look that good. Yeah, it's too much going on along with the Sai. It's just a little too much. But that's more because of the weapon. I can't really blame the outfit. The outfit, it doesn't look half bad. Let's look at Samurai. You know, Samurai doesn't look half bad. Oh, I forgot how good my sword looked. Fuck yeah. And I usually don't have I don't usually go for like a slutty vibe for my designs. I kind of like Mara being the slutty titties out samurai. I kind of like this fit. I'm really happy with this one, actually. Now, Paladin. You know, I don't hate it, but it definitely does not fit. Still, I'm really happy about this. I'm really happy about this. It really does. I mean, like, obviously it's not hard to, like, do the whole backpack sleeping bag on the top thing. Like, it's a thing. But man, that's so nice. I'm really happy about this, and I'm really looking forward to making this a big part of Viper's look. This is so nice. Alright, so we're gonna be up for a little bit longer. So, why don't... Because So here's the struggle, gang. I have been told that one of the best things I can do for my channel is try to stream 3 to 4 hours, 3 or 4 days a week. The problem is real life gets in the way, and over time I get tired because of work. So I'm not going to be able to hit 3 hours tonight, but that's okay. And the reason why it's okay is because we're going to go ahead and gush about the Dawn Trail trailers, because I don't think I've actually gotten to watch these with you yet. So let me go to that. I don't even think I have gotten... Oh yeah, I actually haven't. So let me go ahead and open some stuff up. Let's pull this out. Giggity. And now let's add browser. Call it Opera. Because Opera GX. Oh, no, it's not going to work the way I want it to. No, that's... no. Go back. That's the one I want gone. Okay, can I do a window capture? Will that work? All right, there we go. That's working correctly. Cool. I will lower it down. Oh, I lost it for a second. Where'd you go, Opera? There we go. Okay, now I will take Opera and I will shrink it. Adjust it accordingly. Boom. And now we can watch the Dawn Trail stuff together. Oh. I thought I was putting Star Rail. Different game. Definitely want to play it later. Alright, so let's watch together for the first time together the entirety of the new Dawn Trail expansion trailer. I'll adjust the volume as needed. Alright, we'll use desktop audio for this just to make life easier. So what I want to do is I want to watch the trailers, talk about stuff as we're watching them and what like really's got me just hooked, and then look at the job trailers, and then we'll call it the night. So come hither and enjoy. First off, I feel like a lot of people are going to end up sleeping on the music of this one. I'm really excited for how good this music sounds.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
At times, I still wish we were allowed to have, like, a cloak or hood like that and, like, have a whole thing where we reveal ourselves. Reaper kind of has that, but it's more like in the reverse, where, like, you look like a normal person and then you just turn into, like, the Grim Reaper.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
Sexy bunny boy still being sexy. Oh, I just noticed something. There we go, easy fix. So, something that I did not expect but also kind of love is that these guys are essentially the ones who we assumed made up the majority of the New World. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought that too. Like, when they introduced female Hrothgar, I just thought it was gonna just be a, like, you know, not a just a coincidence, not a major addition or thing. It's just something they're throwing in. But no, then they have to go and make it a thing where, no, we're actually a whole united people of different cultures and shit, and merit matters more than birthright and bloodline. I'm really excited about that.
Come now. There's no cause for panic.
I have to wonder what in the shit Estinian is doing there. Because from our perspective, he has no idea what we're getting into. Probably doesn't even know about the contest. He's just straight wanting, I want to go west. And it's just like, this implies that, like, when Estinian is not trying to help, like, overthrow governments and right the wrongs he created, his truest life is to go fuck off and just go somewhere. And I gotta respect that. I kind of wish they lingered more on that water shot. It looks so cool to have that happen, and I'm mad they don't sit on it longer.
This one might make for a worthy opponent.
Look at this realm reborn, to the heavens we rise. Fighting through the storm and leave the shadows far behind. We're gonna walk right through the end. So, nice change of pace that this kind of design is not just like a random boss dungeon monster. This is the king. This is the Dawn Servant. This is the dude that runs the show and is literally looking for a successor out of his own children. Good twist. Good subversion of expectation. Everything about Dawn Trail thus far with what we've seen is just subversion of what we already know. And I like that. And I like that so far, our allies and our friends kind of are allowing themselves to be open-minded and not, like, freak out. And the reason why they would do that is because of everything we've been through, especially Endwalker. It only makes sense that they would have a greater appreciation for things that are not just like, oh my god, it's a monster. It's like, oh no, who is this monster? I want to know them. Oh yeah, it's proper hype. I really like that we get to understand the context of this dude. Rising. I love that transition, and then here's the man. I wish you guys could have. You guys need to wait. Do yourselves a favor and look up Viper reveal and just watch people's reaction, because if you didn't know, a lot of people thought we were going to get Corsair. A lot of people thought it was going to be a sword and gun combo. I wasn't holding my breath for it. And in a little bit, we're going to show off why I'm more excited for Viper than I am for Corsair. And it really comes down to just personal taste and aesthetic. I actually think one day we will get Corsair. Still have no idea what she's doing there. And given that she's my least favorite, she's a fine character, I just don't care for her as much as the others. It's very interesting to see why she might be there.
Might you have a moment to speak further?
Nutkin coming and ruining Thancred's entire charm. You know what's sad is that I actually have, like, completely become oblivious to, like, why Nutkin and Thancred are, like, a thing. I need to look this up later because I feel like that's just, like, one of the minor, like, one of the other small things about 14 that I just missed completely. Look at this shit. Look at it. Now here's why I'm excited. I need to sit down one day and actually finish Bloodborne. But if there's one thing about Bloodborne that it instilled in me, it's the idea of intricate weaponry that transform and mix into different things. I love the idea of us being like a more swashbuckly kind of dual blade wielding rogue. Ninja's fine. I don't care for the aesthetic of ninja. It's not my deal. Especially when you know that you start off as a rogue and it's much more pirate and Peter Pan themed, or at least Robin Hood themed rather. Going from that into ninja always felt like a contrast I did not really greatly appreciate. This, however, this is my shit. Now, this is why I was, like, harping so much on, like, wait, Graha's not gonna be there? Because, like, the trailers kept showing how often Graha ate a taco. Also, Pictomancer reveal. That cute little bow, little curtsy. I'm very curious to learn about the lore of Pictomancer because it's been a little hush-hush on like what makes a Pictomancer work. I'm really curious to see what makes it work. Now, I love this. Just getting this foggy night shot across the bridge, and then you see this. How insane is this place? And then, of course, I like her hair down, but I've really grown to like her hat. Fly in the forward every eyes to the open sky. This actually got me really a bit annoyed during FanFest this year when we only saw, oh yeah, it's coming out in the summer. It's like we already knew that, god damn it. But I like their explanation of why they're not giving a date yet. They're thriving off the concept of it will be released when it is done. I don't want them to release something or like put themselves in a pigeonholed situation where it ends up that they can't get it out in time. and then like everyone gets mad, and no one's time is able to, like, the last couple of expansions have been like that, where people get really excited and get ready to jump on board, and then oops, we need more time, and the time off you called for is null and void. So I'm glad that they are actually like considering other people's positions in this and are making sure that people don't get screwed over. All right, but now let's look at, you know what, you guys want to, you know what, really quick, let's look at the female Rothgar reveal. You know what's interesting? Now that we've seen our go-to like representation of the female Rothgar, I don't think this is finished. I don't think this is the finished version of the design, or of like the detail at least. Cause like you can see the uncanny in the faces in this a little bit. Oh my god, ice mountains. But they still look good. And on top of that, I feel like the expressions and the animations we get out of hold on. Out of Wuklamot, like, really sell this ancestry. Love that. Love everything about that. I knew. Okay, so something interesting is that a lot of people made this one out to be super uncanny. I knew that the picture looked off, like they had like kind of altered it for the sake of it. So I knew something wasn't right. But let's. Oh, you know what? We can check out a lot of these. So next is some of the new areas that we're getting, which this is so much fun. This is. Oh, look at the Dawntree. Look at the. Look at it! I kind of am upset. Okay, I'm gonna say this now. A little bothered that the swords are not behind us, or like on the sides. I don't like that the swords are behind us like that. Why aren't they like actually like on the sides? Like, ugh, I just noticed that. That's gonna bother me. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me a lot. Swords do look good, though. They should be at the hips. They should. I wish they were, but it is what it is. Is silly MMO. Cowboy town. Everyone started pointing out, like, dude, it's like a cowboy town. I'm like, yeah, it really is. Which, okay, a lot of people are upset that we didn't get Corsair. I'm gonna be honest. If we ever get a cowboy or a gunslinger class, and no, machinist doesn't count, I'm just gonna be honest. If we ever get a class like that in Final Fantasy 14, I will make 14 my religion. I will start the cult of 14. I'll do it. I don't believe we're a cult yet, but if they do that, I'll start it. I'll do it. The thing that I really like about this, compared to like the really extravagant shots of what we've seen in other expansions, is that all of this is very pretty, very beautiful, very fantasy. But more importantly, it looks like a place that could exist. I can see these places existing both in the fantasy realm and being inspired by the real world. It's a good way to get back to an area or a land where we are grounded and we're back to our roots. Is what you'd think I'd say if the developers of 14 weren't also crazy people. Hey Worm, you like cyberpunk? I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna let you all take this in. Worm, I need you to understand, we have no, the only context we have is that is one of the new areas we're going to get for the raids, and it is a mystery of what the fuck is going on. It is the last remnants of an old civilization. We don't know what the fuck's going on with it. And the jokes that people have made go from everything from who put Cyberpunk in my Final Fantasy to, wait, the raid is us fighting the GTX graphics card? It is insane. Now, the thing that I'm curious about is if you know how before we've shown the Viper has like the hood? I'm wondering if that's the headpiece, and if it is, I need more hood headpieces, I'm just saying. So this is a preview of the dungeon areas we'll be getting to explore. I don't mean to have the timer up. For some reason, it's not falling off. There it is. Yep, see? Like this... Oh. Absolutely insane. The Mad Lads, truly. Now then, let us go back and let me enjoy, if you would not mind, my obsession with Viper. One, Edward Kenway ass looking outfit. I need this class just for that. Hey, Hatter! Look at all of the me's! Thank you for the raid. We're just finishing up here by checking out the Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail trailers. And I'm thirsting over Viper again because look how smooth that is. Hold on. I really like... So something very similar happened in Shadowbringers, where Gunblade in the cinematic trailer had the blades break away as if you were actually loading up a revolver. That is not what happens in the actual game, and it's a damn shame. Also, hello, my name is Basil Not the Herb. Lore-wise, I'm a world-traveling, dimension-hopping adventurer who goes out to make sure that other heroines and heroes of their stories get the rightful chance to be those heroes that they were always meant to be. Outside of lore, I'm a chubby, beautiful man who loves to play fantasy-related games. Going back to this, in the cinematic that we were showing off earlier with Viper, you saw how the two blades were more methodically put together. That's fine. But there is something very satisfying of that right there. The smash, and then just the smash. I wish there was a way for me to like go at this frame by frame, but I don't know how to. It's this smash. Oh, you know what? Actually, I actually think I can. Can't I slow this? Yes, I can. I'll mute the music so it doesn't. That smash together right there, and then the spin as you have the two blades together. That is smooth and very satisfying to watch. Now, obviously, with how fast the animation is, there isn't like a very clear smashing of it, but just you see it like this, right? You see it at that motion, and now we go back to normal. It's Oh my god. I was always a little bothered that we didn't get a cool animation of breaking away the blade in the revolver and literally reloading it. But this, I really don't mind how smooth and fast it is. It's reminiscent of Agni and Rudra from Devil May Cry 3. It really is. It really is, and it's so satisfying to watch it happen. Now, this is the one thing that has me very curious, because in a lot of the ways that the class works, right, you'd assume that when you put the two blades together, that is when you get a, like, that's like your main damage rotation. If Reaper is anything to compare this to, what I think is going to happen is that you go from dual blade to glaive to this sort of transform, which is what they're officially calling it at the moment. I think you do this anime. I don't, like, this is almost implying that you do it 3 times. I don't think that's true. I think this is just being done to show off the thing. And maybe it is. Maybe, like, that is that. But notice how they're still glowing. So I'm wondering if there's, like, a series of the multi-blue stab. I'm wondering if we do this so many times, and then we go into a like a glaive variant of this, because they're still glowing at the end of that. That's gotta mean something. Now, the final trailer to really check out is a class that I'm not personally too excited to play, but I'm really excited for everybody else, especially Corvo, who just fell in love with this so much. Just having this very fun magic DPS with a very cute gimmick. It's very fitting for Dawn Trail. We've had nothing but very serious, very intense stuff for a while. So having something as funny as, like, making ice paint and having Moogle lasers. Like, this is fun. This is cute. Like, that's just fun. That's just a fun time. So yeah, this is what we're looking at. This is what we're working with when it comes to Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail. We've still got, worst case scenario, 6 months to go. It's still a while away. But man, I am elated for it. At this point, this is where we're going to have to end the stream. I've hit the 3-hour mark. I'm tired and I have to go to bed so I can go to work. Everyone who jumped in from the raid and is lurking or just checking out how things are, thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate you. I hope in the future we can have a lot of fun playing games. I do a lot of focus on fantasy type games. Not just Final Fantasy XIV. I play Remnant. I play Star Rail. I'll play Zenless Zone Zero when that comes out. Some other games I'm really big into, and I will be playing more of, is Sea of Stars, the Judgment series. We're currently going through the Prince of Persia Lost Crown and Tales of Arise. If you follow the links down below, you can even find my YouTube channel where I'm posting the VODs. This VOD will also be there. For now, if anyone has any suggestions, I'm going to find somebody to raid. And one more time before we wrap up, if you weren't here before, we are doing, or I am rather, sponsored by HelloFresh. Amazing, worthwhile service. You cannot go wrong with what HelloFresh offers. You can have as simple as just one or two of just like 2 meals brought to your house a week. I literally paid less than $25 to have 2 good meals brought to my house for 1 week. It's just as profitable, it's just as viable, if not even better than grocery shopping. Follow the link, use the code if you want to finally check out HelloFresh. It would help support the channel. Otherwise, let us go find us someone to raid and give this love and attention to. Tophus would not be a bad choice. Maxie! Maxie just came back from a hiatus! We need to give Maxie some love. We need to show Maxie the love. This is perfect. Okay, give me 1 second. So you guys go show Maxie some love and appreciation. Let him know that I sent you. Next stream will not be until Sunday at the earliest. So I will see you guys next time. Have fun. You can expect new videos on the YouTube channel here pretty soon. Otherwise, thank you, take care, and good night.
He just being him right now.
You know, you're right. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, you just gonna dip. You just gonna dip. Oh my god, jitters!
I told you, hun. We're not losing.
Yeah.
We have been winning. We are winners.
Oh my god. OMG, bro. Look at you subscribing 3 months in a row. Oh my god.
Wait, Neurites, what was I saying? What? Wait.
Huh?
You carry it again.